Good morning. It's a Sunday morning. Very cool. About 63, 64 degrees out here. Um, light fog rolling in. Not sure if you can see that floating across the field there. Very cloudy conditions. I think we've got a 70% chance of rain today, something like that. So this might be the biggest update video we've done to date. There's quite a lot going on, so I'm going to bring you up to speed. I'm up here just to do a couple little things today, but figured I'd go ahead and shoot some video because I know my audience demands it. First off, I want to let you know we were hoping it was going to be last weekend, and then we were hoping it was going to be this weekend, but it rained. But the trailer and the cinder blocks, all that should be going away here in the next couple of weeks. I know I've said that 100 times, but the gentleman who's doing that work says he needs this trailer. I told him that I'd like to get this field mowed. So he is planning on pulling that trailer out, bringing a bobcat, knocking down the cinder blocks, loading up a dump truck, and hauling all that away. We had to get the gas company involved because we've got a gas main that goes through the property. And they're asking him to put a metal plate down just to make sure that a heavy dump truck doesn't, I guess, break the gas line. But it did rain somewhat yesterday, so I guess that's why they're not out here. With a little bit of water out there, with a little bit of rain, it's going to be kind of slippery. But we may see this cleaned up before fall rolls in. The other thing that's new is we have worked out a deal with our Amish Contractor, and we're going to be doing the work out here on the side. So he's going to open up the house from the corner there to about halfway over here. He's going to take that everything comes out, drywall to siding, inside to outside. The whole thing's going to be opened up. It's going to get rebuilt, new drywall, new siding. We're going to take this building off. We're going to block up the entryway that's down there. They're going to take the deck off the side of the house, dig along the side of the house here, put a new French drain in. They're also going to remove this chimney and fix the roof. So quite a bit going on. I talked to him a couple days ago and I said, what kind of timeline are you looking at? And he said, well, I've got to build a house and I got to put a couple of roofs on, probably 4 to 6 weeks. So hard-working guy. But we are going to just go ahead and get all this taken care of, and then we don't have to worry about water getting into the basement. We're going to re-tar the side here, put in a French drain to move the water away from the house. But most importantly, that's going to give us the opportunity to put a sliding door in on that master bedroom. So I'll take you in there now and show you a couple of different changes that we've done since our last update. You know about the new sliding glass door. This is the same door that we're going to get for the master bedroom, just so those match up. Our friends at the Window Source in Morgantown took care of that. Okay, so here's what's changed in the kitchen. I think in the last video we may have painted, or we were talking about painting the ceilings. Ceilings have been totally painted at this point. They're all sealed up. We've filled a lot of cracks and things like that. All the new lights are in. So we have replaced the ceiling fans that were in the kitchen with just a couple of simple lights. There's one in the hallway. There's one in this pantry area that we're still using as refrigerator storage space. So the ceilings have been finished up and the lighting has gone in. We also have one coat of white paint on almost all the surfaces here. The walls, a lot of the trim, the inside the bedrooms, the hallways. There's another light. We have installed a ceiling fan in the master bedroom. It's a really nice Hunter fan. It's got a little remote control so you can adjust the fan speeds and turn the light on. This wall and the closet I got all painted yesterday with the first coat. We'll do a second coat. What's interesting is the first coat, I see a lot of lines when I look at it, and the second coat just covers that right up. So again, not doing anything here because the plan is this whole wall is going to get blown out, rebuilt. I'm going to be looking at the flooring here today. Actually, I'm going to pop up one of these and see what it looks like underneath. But we're going to get all this done here in the next probably 6 weeks or so. Another update, Lisa has finished with the wallpaper in the bathroom. So once we get these areas done, we'll start moving into the bathrooms. But we are really close to getting finished up here with a lot of the first round of work. The hallway has been painted once. Again, we have a new light here. And this bedroom has been painted once. I'm up here today to put another ceiling fan in here that's just like the one I just showed you. There is one coat of paint on all the walls, all the trim in this room. It's a little dark because there's no light. Into the closet. So making good progress here. And we're basically getting ready for flooring. The timeline is that the end of September, the contractor will be here to do that outside work. And then probably the first week of October, we're getting 8 new windows along the front here. We placed the order a couple of weeks ago. We're going to do some double hung 50-50. These windows measure out, I think it's 33 or 34 across and about 75 tall. So it's going to be a 50-50 window that we can open up. So all 8 of these windows are going to be, we're going to be able to open them up and get a lot of fresh air in here. It's going to be awesome. And actually the double hung windows were less than just a pane of glass. You know, this is nice. It's a nice look to have the big picture windows, but the functionality of having windows that actually open up to be able to get a lot of wind in here is going to be fantastic. You can see this tree out there just kind of blowing in the wind. There's always a gentle breeze up here, even on a hot August, hot July day. There's just always a nice little breeze up here. So those have been ordered for a couple of weeks now. With the windows, we'll be getting new casing on the inside. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of time painting that, but it's all going to get replaced. And on the outside, where there is brown metal on the front of the house, as you can see here, that will be white metal. So one of the additional projects we're going to have is we're going to have to put a ladder up on the outside of the house and paint the brown metal with some white as well, just to match all that up. But that's actually not that hard. The other big change in the living room, this is what we did yesterday. We got our ceiling fan up. Now, unfortunately, we're not getting power there. So I will be talking to the electricians next week because they put a new breaker box in this past week. I don't think it's their fault. I think for some reason, the outlets in the entryway, there's one here, one there, and that fan, I think those are all on the same line. And we're not getting power to any of them. So I haven't been able to figure it out. I don't see any loose wires in the basement or anything that's not connected. So probably just gonna have the electricians come out and trace it from here all the way down to the breaker box. Could be a break in the line somewhere, just not really sure. So the living room, basically we got the fireplace all cleaned up a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember if that was in a video or not. We took a really hard bristle brush and scrubbed on the fireplace to break up little pieces of loose concrete. Shop vacked it real good. We sprayed it down with some vinegar and water. The next step will be we'll pull the logs out of there and put some new rocks in there and just make sure that's all set to go. We also have the plumbing company coming to redo this gas line. The gas line that comes to this fireplace comes from down in the basement, goes outside and along the outside of the house and comes in the back wall here, and it's a yellow flex line, as you can probably see there, which is not what you want on the outside. It's as thin as a garden hose, and it's actually kind of dangerous to have that. So we're going to have that removed and replaced with an iron pipe. So that's one more thing that we've got to get done here. I've actually shut the gas lines off because I just don't even want to deal with that. But some kid with a BB gun or a weed eater, you know, there's a lot of different stuff that could cut into that line, and then you got a gas leak and a possible explosion. So the fireplace has been done, ceiling fan's up, walls been painted, windows are on the way. This room is in pretty good shape at this point. Okay, you are joining me now in what was the scariest part of this house, and we're slowly kind of chipping away at it. This is the basement. So it is it's about 4 feet underground. We've got some windows down here. My next plan down here is to get the walls cleaned up, and we're actually going to get them painted, and then we need to work on the insulation. It is a mishmash of wires and hoses, and I've actually spent a lot of time just pulling down old phone lines, old wires and things down here. But last week we had the breaker box replaced. The breaker box was originally installed in 1975, so it was just time to update that for sure, from a safety standpoint and just from a load standpoint. So the local Lewis and Burge, local electricians were out here. They put in a new breaker box and they installed a new disconnect. There used to be a disconnect here in the corner. You can see where it's not painted, where you could shut the power off. That really needs to be on the outside, because if your house is on fire, if emergency services, if anybody needs to shut the power off to the house, it needs to be on the outside because they may not be able to get inside. So they've redone that on the outside. This is that yellow gas line I was talking about, the gas line that comes into the house, and most of the place is this iron pipe. So we're going to get it replaced from here, outside, along the house, into that fireplace. We're also going to remove the other one. There's another yellow gas line that goes to the fireplace that's in the dining room, and you can see it's just hanging down here. All this stuff, I'm taking all of this out, all these wires, lights, outlets, and we're going to remove this gas line altogether and just cap that off, because eventually we're going to put a chimney in so we can burn wood up there again. I had removed some paneling that was along here. It just had some white mold on it, things like that. So we're slowly chipping away at the basement. But ultimately, what's going to happen here in the next 6 weeks is this door goes outside. And this is the little shed thing. So this will be gone. What happens is, you can probably see, we get water flowing in here. You can see the dirt. I just swept this a couple of weeks ago, but water comes down, heads into the drain here. So this is just going to get bricked up. This was not done properly because there's no header to hold up a lot of the weight of the house. And where they're going to be working on that window is just almost right above this. So we're just going to brick this up. It's nice to have an exit out of the basement, but structurally, we're really lucky that the house hasn't started to sag already as a result of this. So we're just getting this redone. I don't want to deal with this little shed here. I don't want to deal with a door here and snow coming up and melting and running under and blah, blah, blah. It's just more headaches than it's worth. So we're just going to get this bricked back up. So that's basically the update from the house. We've ordered windows, we've got flooring scheduled, we've got a contractor coming to take care of the water damage. Monday I'll be ordering the other patio door, and hopefully we can get all that to time out. We may have to go 2 or 3 weeks with the side of the house kind of open until that door arrives. But we are really coming to the finish line now. I think there's always going to be things that we need to do. There's other projects we haven't even started in on the bathrooms. The basement, things like that. But we're getting to a point by Thanksgiving for sure. We should be able to start putting some furniture in here and be able to start enjoying this a little bit on the weekends. So that's about it. Just wanted to give you an update and let you know what's happening at the farmhouse. Thanks so much for watching.